All right, guys. So, looks like there's an old phrase that goes around. This is the first 20 seconds. I can't really say the word I want to say, but when you mess around and find out. For those who don't know how to do that, it's very simple. The more you mess around, the more you find out. Pretty simple. Rule of thumb to follow. And, yeah. So, if there's one channel that'll always be really good at this kind of stuff, it's Fresh and Fit. I know, gotta talk about Fresh and Fit again. Even though the last time I talked about them was about a month ago, so I'm doing pretty well for myself. Come on, guys. I'm trying my best here. Okay, and how did they mess around and find out? Well, let's do a quick run through of what they have done. They have messed around with the copyright system. A matter of fact, they abused it so much to the point where even Rolo's son, Tim Pool, was talking about it because they both were beaties.
For a lot of people who are super chatting, they're asking about vaguely about something that you guys are accused of doing that I don't know anything about, and they're super chatting as if I would know what it is. But I can ask you just this simple one. Adam Griffin says, "Can you ask why these clowns tried to take down Abba and Preach with fake DMCA strikes?"
What?
You want to go in?
That's not my joke, but still, I wanted to say it anyway. And then you had, they have their old YouTube channel where they basically call women whores all the time. So that's very much on YouTube's checklist, which is wild to me. Okay, they've also had some controversial people on their show beforehand. Nick Fuentes, who needs no introduction.
Right, bro, well, you can say it.
Yeah. Say it. Come on, man. I want you to say it.
For real. Yeah. What you got?
You want me to say it?
Yes.
Is anyone going to hit me if I say it?
No.
And that's, the most part, yeah, that's good enough. They've also done some other crazy stuff like calling people monkeys for 20 minutes. But that's not even the worst one. That's not the worst one, but that one's the craziest one. And so Fresh and Fit, actually, they did a little bit of a live stream as of recently. And it was about how they got kicked off of the YouTube Partner Program. So what that means is you can't make money off of content. And so in other words, they lost probably about 95% of their revenue. Because people be sending chats and stuff. And, people be donating something like, oh, could you slam dunk this whore right here? And you get like hundreds and hundreds of dollars coming in. But anyways, I actually wanted to react to the stream itself because I think it's important to understand where they're at right now and get the full picture. So come on, guys. Let's go on the ride on the mess around and find out trade.
Who else is doing that? Giving you guys consistent value, etc. And when I stand on this, when I truly say we have saved more lives and saved more men's and impacted more men's lives than any other podcast on any platform.
And it
I
shows.
can concretely say that thanks to you guys.
And it shows wherever we go. Fresh and Fit, you guys saved my life. Yo, you changed my entire life. I'm now happy because I was so depressed. It's just like wherever we go, Dubai, Canada, UK, even here in Miami,
Romania,
wherever we go, man.
People.
I was in Jamaica, bro, for an event.
I mean, like, when you really break it down, when you're very lost and naive, anything that even comes remotely empowering, especially what these guys will say, if you are down below, Roddy Rich reference, you will always, like, anything that's empowering you to get going and make you feel good about yourself, people are going to gravitate towards that. And of course, with this whole, like, lonely epidemic that's going around, you're going to get a lot of that. So, while maybe they have, and if this is me being very generous, maybe they've saved some lives, but, like, let's be honest here, the tips that you guys are teaching men are all trash anyways. So, what do you mean saving lives? I feel like, if anything, you've been showing men how not to live their lives. Because let's not forget that you guys are the ones who are out here faking your lifestyle. It's for everyone to see. Y'all go on sugar baby websites. That's how you teach game to men? Use your money and go on sugar websites? Because I know I don't do that. And if you're really going to teach people how to move in the world, sugar baby websites are the last place to go. But anyways, there's a lot more skeletons in your closet, but let's keep on hearing what you guys have to say, since you guys are saving lives so much.
People came up to me.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, man. So like again, this is kind of what it is. Like I said before, we pride ourselves on like not charging out, and we're still not going to tell you guys like, oh yeah, you have to blah blah blah. But if you can, right, subscribe on Rumble, guys. It's $5, man.
Yeah,
it's nothing.
Actually, Chris,
locals is $20.
We'll show you guys as well.
Yeah, we'll show you how to do it. We'll show screen.
But to show even more, we're going to be moving the studio to a bigger, better location as well with your support.
I wasn't even going to tell y'all that. I was going to surprise you guys. Whether it's the press writing articles on us, videos getting taken down that other channels are not getting taken down, and it's the same exact content or whatever it may be. Rumble getting hit, right, for free speech. Video, like just get strikes, whatever it may be. Guys, it's gotten to the point now where even where we shoot the location doesn't want us to stay here.
Yeah.
I didn't want to fucking have to say that shit. I really didn't want to have to admit that. I wanted to just move the studio, surprise you guys. Yo, new studio. It's lit, right? But dude, there is a matrix, man. Like,
oh, if you don't get the fuck out of here with what you just said. What? There's a matrix? Bro, what kind of matrix? Okay. Oh, God. Oh, my God. I hate every single reference to the Matrix is one of the dumbest, and I repeat, the dumbest and most corniest phrases you can use. And anybody who is gullible enough to just fall into these traps about, oh, it's the Matrix, Top G is getting tired by the Matrix, use your goddamn heads. You're gonna tell me to my face that the Matrix is targeting you when, one, you guys are very brazen with how you use your platform. Are we just simply forgetting that? You guys are just, God knows what you're doing. You take on very controversial topics, which YouTube does not like when you do that. Matter of fact, they hate it because what happens? Oh, articles get written up. Just like you said in your live stream, articles are getting written up, and that gives YouTube bad press. And you know what companies hate? Bad press. Companies have a reputation to hold up, and they will do whatever it takes because you don't own YouTube. You are simply an employee. So you gotta respect the rules, man. And probably the reason why your peers can keep their stuff up compared to you guys is because they are much more subtle and much more direct with what they're doing. That doesn't make sense. They're much more subtle and they give it much easier ways to like digest. At least I would think so. That or they just fly under the radar, which is whatever. But you guys are probably the biggest, I guess, red pill podcast now. I would assume so. So a lot of eyes are on you. So if you guys are being brazen and in everybody's face, and basically dancing around YouTube, and we're not even going to get into the other stuff you guys did. I'm just talking simply from a content point of view. YouTube's going to look at you and be like, there's articles getting written up and we get bad press. We won't take away your channel, but you can't make money off of this. So if anything, you guys got out let off pretty easy to just lose your partnership. So don't blame the Matrix for stuff that you put on yourself. If putting stuff on yourself is a part of the Matrix, then damn, a lot of people are fighting the Matrix. And I'm not even like denigrating that you've worked hard. Maintaining a podcast is no easy work. But let's not kid ourselves here. Just because you work hard does not make you a good person. No, it's not how it works. Working hard is just an aspect of life, in my opinion. But don't blame the Matrix for stuff that you guys do to yourselves. Never ever. That's just so corny and so gotta hold myself. So late. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Ugh, even I see it. I mean, gotta dance around these words. Let's continue.
I mean, we've talked about this with Andrew at length. Like, people don't want you guys to get this message, dude.
Even Rumble's under attack too,
bro.
From everybody.
Yeah, they're trying to shut Rumble down.
I think at some point there was free speech where it was like, okay, you know what?
Yeah.
Say what you got to say. We won't crucify you. But nowadays, free speech is kind of like Is it even a thing? I mean, not really.
And and I've already put a considerable amount of my money into this new studio for you guys.
Okay, so I'm actually going to touch on the free speech part real quick because there is something that you guys, not you guys, but I'm saying these guys do not understand about free speech is that you have the right to it. That is why you can get up, do your live streams, and say whatever the hell you want. But just because you have the right to free speech does not make you free of consequences. It's almost like everybody forgets about this part of the free speech. It may not be written in the amendment, but it's like you can go ahead and incite a riot, but if you get arrested for inciting a riot, you can't blame it on free speech. Not blame it on free speech, but you can't blame it on my free speech was violated. No, you had the right to go out and incite, but there's consequences to your actions, always. And you have to understand about YouTube too is that nothing here is permanent, like ever. If you think that everything on YouTube is permanent, you have a long way coming. Not everyone can get away with stuff, the same stuff that you guys thought you could. So, I don't understand. And Rumble's getting shut down too. Yeah, probably because investors are probably looking at Rumble and being like, it may be a free speech platform, but there's a lot of weirdos on this site, so I don't think I'm going to invest money into it. That's how these people move. Like, if I'm an investor and I want to put money into Rumble, I'm not going to look at it if it's a free speech platform. I'm going to look at if it has good press, if it has good reviews. Well, reviews, but I'm just saying like standings, all that stuff, the PR around it. That's how an investor is going to move. They're not going to go off of, oh, it's free speech, so I'm just going to support it 100%. No. If the free speech is benefiting your investors, then they're going to go put money into it. If it's not benefiting them, it's gone. Done. So don't blame Rumble or don't blame people not understanding free speech. Blame yourselves for not understanding the consequences of what your speech brings to yourself. Did I say speech? I meant to say speech. But oh god, it's like the lack of. I don't even want to use accountability because they use that word so much that it's so. I don't even like using it anymore. But it's just the lack of awareness. You're gonna tell me that you acted like a monkey, and then you. I should not have done the noise. And you want to tell me that you free speech? What? What? All women are whores. Free speech needs to be protected. It's like, no. So that's why your ass is getting articles written about you. That's why you're getting bad press, and that's why you lost your money. So, I don't feel bad for you. And you know what? Take some accountability in your life. That's a pretty damn good start, in my opinion. Let's keep it going.
I already put it in. I'm like all in. You know what I mean? And it's okay. I'm never gonna say, well, I'm doing this, blah blah blah, and I hate doing this. I love doing this. I'd be lying to you guys if I didn't say I didn't love doing this. I left a job that I truly loved to do this, right? Because I shouldn't be admitting this, but saving children, right? That was great, but saving you guys is better.
Huh? Okay. And if I remember correctly, he used to be part of either he was a Fed and part of Homeland Security, if I remember correctly. But Jesus Christ, he just came in like swinging with that. Saving children was good, but saving you guys was better. It's like Jesus Christ, just came in swinging with that. Relax, man. Sheesh. Ugh.
Yeah, man, this is tough, bro. Because we put our lives into this, you know. We didn't miss a day.
Okay, so all right. So this is like the worst time to bring this up, but I really don't care because I find this part pretty funny. So aren't these guys okay? these are the same guys who tell you, what you would call it, like, it's mass men have to be like masculine, but like just being in control all the time, not showing any emotion, not doing any of that, right? So why is it that you got off your chair and said, saving children was good, but saving you guys was better? Isn't, according to you, a masculine man supposed to say something like this? Be like, you know what? It sucks, guys, but I'd rather stay at this job or this. Actually, I can't even rationalize it. Now, if you were like a regular ass podcast and you actually accepted your emotions, I would not really think at this moment. Actually, I wouldn't say much about it. But it's the fact that you guys are teaching people to, at least teaching, well, trying to teach young men to always be in control, always, be logical. So, is it logical to cry right now? And get up? Not quite. That's according to you guys. I don't care if men cry. I mean, if you gotta do it, you gotta do it. But when you try to present yourself as this unbreakable wall and impenetrable fortress, yeah, your defense is just cracked. You should probably read The Art of War too while you're at it. But point is, your defense is gone. So, and it wasn't the Matrix that broke your defenses. It was yourselves. You had some internal sabotage going on. You planted spies in the wrong spot. You planted spies amongst yourselves. You didn't do it in the enemy. You did it to yourselves. You sabotaged yourselves. And now look at you, you're crying like a little baby. And again, guys, if this was a normal podcast, I would not even be covering this. But it's just because these guys try to present themselves as leaders, and you see your leaders breaking down in front of you. That's how you're going to lead young men? Ugh, I hope my leaders don't just break down just like that. Oof, I don't know any leaders that do that. Is this like how high value men like get over themselves? Yeah, so high value men, they break down on stream and all that stuff, which is of course the way to go. Now, I'll just say this to you guys. What you should do is you should accept your emotions. That's what I would teach you guys to do. Learn how to control them, of course, but if you feel like you need to cry in a moment, don't feel bad about it. But it's just, don't be like hyper, I'm not going to call this masculine, don't be like hyper idiotic like these guys where you have to be looking a certain way. And they just broke their image just by doing that. So, where's the logic here? And I really don't feel bad. But, gonna watch a bit more of this and then I'll actually deliver some final thoughts.
Honestly, it's tough. We gave up so much to give you guys value. So, yep, it's current status. But yeah, Chris, how you feeling, bro?
I mean, it's tough, guys, because at the end of the day, you guys have been with us from the beginning, from the start. The mercy.
Okay, I'm actually just gonna end it off here. There's not much I really have to say. It's about 26 minutes long, but I was not gonna sit and listen to them cry themselves to sleep the entire time. I was just trying to get to the, more or less, the main point of what they were talking about, why they feel that way. But I also want to preface this and say nobody should really lose their money, like their source of income, just because of stuff that they say. Or at least not to this degree. I'll never agree with it. I don't like it. But it's just the way the game is played, unfortunately. And it's sad, and not sad for them, but I'm saying it's sad that you can lose something that you took time to build up, and it's really just, you lose it faster than you made it. So, for that, is what it is. But I told you, you messed around, you find out. That's exactly what happens to you. You have Zerka and Nick Fuentes on doing monkey noises and false copy striking people and calling women whores all the time and claiming you save lives when really and truly most of your viewership comes from kicking out bimbos. And you guys were so confident in ending people's careers and beefing and talking about lapping. And when you guys thought you were on top, woo! You guys had your own like bat signal to show your viewers that, oh, we're on top, we're doing this and that. But as soon as you lose some subscribers, as soon as YouTube steps in and stops you from continuing to false strike people, as soon as you lose your partnership, then you want to sit down and act a bit more humble, and you expect me to feel bad for you. That's not over here. Consequences have actions. Actually, I feel like Myron has yelled that before at some point. It sounds like it. And the real sad part is that I said this earlier, but I actually want to go back into it again and say they get so much money from doing live streams. I don't know what it is about this and like the whatever podcast, but they get a lot of money from people just donating constantly, saying, I want you to dunk on this person, I want you to say this, or they want to like show some appreciation. That's right, a good chunk of it is. And YouTube does take a portion of those donos. It's not like all of them go to the creator. YouTube takes what, like 30%? I think around that much. So YouTube is making bank off of these guys. But in the grand scheme of things, when you bring so much bad press and then that happens, doesn't matter how much money, even if you're raking in trillions of dollars, the future trillions of bad press YouTube will get will make them lose money from big sponsorships and advertisers. Because at the end of the day, advertisers are really the people that they want to please. So they will get rid of stuff that threatens their advertisers. So you're going to ask yourselves the questions like, is it really a matrix? Or did I make my own matrix? No, that was terrible. Or perhaps maybe the foundation that I built myself on was not meant to last. Or it's just the matrix, you can blame on the matrix. Ugh. These guys don't want you to hear this message. No, I believe the message should stay up so people know what not to watch. But anyways, you mess with YouTube's bottom line, they will come after you. So at least you can still post on your channel. It is what it is. But yeah, your actions will always have consequences, no matter what you do. But it's up to you to minimize them and to understand what you're working with. Because I'm sure there's going to be stuff that even I say that will probably get me flagged. But at the end of the day, it's not always about money. It's about ideas, and it's about, just speaking my opinions. So you're going to take some hits for that. But also, you have to know your limits and know what kind of game you're playing, and hopefully not a dangerous one. So FreshNFit, best of luck. And yeah, you should probably stop calling women whores. That'll probably be a good start. So anyways, if you like this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And then I will catch you guys in the next one. And remember guys, the Matrix is after me to get me more subscribers. Have a good one.